Hello, welcome to Java Programming Tutorials, Chapter 11, Arrays in Java, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. So in this session, we are going to learn about arrays in Java. So what is an array? Array is a collection of similar type of elements. It is same as variable, but array can store multiple values in it. In the sense, a variable can hold only one value at a time, but an array can hold multiple values of same type at a time. That is the advantage of using an array. So array in Java is index based. So if you want to store something to an array, how it stores based on the index. So the first value whatever you store to an array, it will be stored in the 0th index, and respectively it grows like when you had the elements. So at the 0th place we have the value 12, and at the first index we have the value 52. Similarly at the 10th index we have the value 87. So without wasting much time, let me show you how to create an array. So three steps in creating an array. So we have to first declare, then initialize and store the values, then access it back, the value stored in the array. So let me show you that. So to declare an array, so to write an array, we need go to an Eclipse, and here I have a array project. Let me open the Java file, class file. So now let me show you how to initialize an array. So first I need to specify the type, followed by the common brackets, then I'll give the array name. Array name is num_demo is equal to new. Then you need to specify the size of the array. I'll specify the size of the array as 4. Okay, now using this array name, okay, I can store the values to an array with the help of the index. So Java in array index starts with 0, so the value I'm going to store is 10. Similarly, let me do it for 0, 1, 2, and it's 3. So the values respectively 20, 30 and 40. So now how do I access it back? So we have completed our two steps. First is initialization. First is declaring an array, initializing and storing the values. Third step is to access it back. So if I need to check the value present in the first index, how do I do that? I can get it, or I can call that with the help of system.out.println. So now let me tell like now demo of 1. So now let me run this piece of code. So you can observe here the value stored in the first index is 20, so it's returning us. So if I need to print each and every element present in the array, then I need to iterate the array. So I'll make use of for loop to do that work. For, let me initialize a variable int I is equal to 0, then I is less than, I repeat, I is less than the size of the array, that is, what is the size of the array? It's 4. Then let me increment that I. So this is what. So now let me make use of this system.println just to print the values. So then I need to tell num_demo, okay, then I'll print that I. So now I'll run this program. You can observe very clearly it's going to, first line is printing just the value present in the first index, but this for loop it's iterating the complete array and is printing the complete elements present in the array, that is 10, 20, 30 and 40. So this is how you can initialize an array, you can store the values and you can retrieve back. Okay, and we have some other things I have some other things to share with you, like you can initialize an array, declare an array in this format also, or else you can store like this, okay, with this curly braces 10, 20, 30, 40. This is also the other way, but the thing is you have to remove the size. Okay, now when I run this piece of code, again we'll get the same output. Apart from that, we can declare like this also, okay, directly with that curly braces, again we'll get the same output. These are the three ways like how you can declare an array. Okay, and now let me jump back to presentation. So types of arrays, like whatever till we learned now, it's a single dimension array, and now it's time to work with multi-dimensional array. So let me show you how to initialize a multi-dimensional array. So first we have to specify the type, then followed by the two common brackets, then the array name, okay, is equal to new int. First value whatever I specify, it is the number of rows, and second value whatever is specified is the number of columns. Then I'll end this. So now with the help of this array name, we have to store the values. It's very simple. So num of demo in the 0th place, and in the 0th place is I'm going to store 10. So let me copy this and let me paste it 3 times just to save the time, and 0 comma 1 place and 1 comma 0, and again it's 1 comma 1. So the value stored here is 20, and it is 30, and it is 40. So this is how you have to declare a multidimensional array. Then you have to store the values in the multidimensional array. So now let me iterate this array. So I need two for loops here. So for int I equals 0, let me increment that I greater than 2, that is the size of the rows, and I plus plus. So inside that I need to call another for loop. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this and I'll paste it here. So int j and j plus plus. So now here what I need to tell is system dot out dot println. So what I need to do is I need to tell like now demo of I comma j. So I need to just call print here, but outside the for loop, main for loop, I need to make use of println, the main method. Okay, now when I run this piece of code, you can observe very clearly it's printing 10, 20, 30, 40 in the matrix form. So let me give a space such that it looks good. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40. So this is what we call a multi-dimensional array. So if you're using multi-dimensional array, then you have to use two for loops to iterate the array. Okay, for the outer loop for the rows and inner loop for the columns. Okay, and this is what we call a multi-dimensional array. So I hope you understood this one. So let me jump back to presentation. So what is the advantage of using an array? That is code optimization and random access. You can access, for example, array is a collection of things. So if you want to access the 10th item or 15th item, it's very simple and it's very easy. And code optimization also, using array we can do it. And disadvantages of the array: size of the array is limited, in the sense if I specify the size of the array, then you can't store anything above that size. So that's the disadvantage of using an array. So what we understood from this session is like what is an array, how to initialize an array, types of arrays, and advantages and disadvantages of using an array. So finally, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page visiting this URL. You can also follow us on Twitter. Further reference, ref our website. We're on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.